in the thing, the record in the brain that has continuity. And so there is not only a sense of permanency, and also great sense of security in memory. Now, what is memory? To remember. To remember to keep to the right side of the road in America or in France, but in England, left side of the road. To remember the address I'll come to. So memory is something. Go on, sir.
Memory,
Memory. See what is happening.
Yes, yes.
Memory is put together by past incidents which are dead, gone. I have lost my brother, my son. They have gone, incinerated or buried or finished. But the memory remains.
Yes.
Memory is not the actual.
No. The actual is the absence.
It's gone.
Yeah, that's the actual.
But I've got a photograph of my son on the mantelpiece. I keep on looking at it. The picture is not the brother, son. Memory is not the son or the brother. So, memory is what?
Always going back
No,
over.
no. I've lost my son or brother, my mother, whatever it is. And there is the picture of them on the mantelpiece to remind me.
To reawaken the memory,
No,
right?
yeah, I keep on thinking about it. Memory. We keep to memory, not thought, for the moment. So that memory is something which is, that memory represents something that is gone, dead, finished.
Yes.
So memory is not real. I don't know.
Yes.
I know that's tremendous. You follow, sir? Memory is not the actual son or the brother. So memory, though it appears to have continuity, it is a dead thing. So I seek security in something dead.
Yeah.
No. Right?
Yes.
If my son or brother was living, I found security with them. I loved them, they loved me, I felt safe with them, they would protect me, they would see to my old age and so on. I'm safe. But they're gone. Never to return.
Right.
But the memory of them remains. Right? Which is memory of a dead past thing. So memory which appears to have continuity is a dead thing. Not the actual living brother and son.
Right, right.
So what is thought clinging to? Or clinging to something that's dead. That's great, sir. To discover I'm clinging to something that's gone. So much water on the bridge.
Right.
So, there is no security in memory. Right?
Right.
But to to find that out, we are unwilling to do that.
There. What is that unwillingness?
It's habit, tradition, I've been programmed for the last 2,000 years to worship a symbol called Jesus, or the Indian 5 to 10,000, and I'm stuck there.
I think there's more to it, Krishna.
Of course
Let's
there's
go
more.
into it a little bit further. I've been programmed, but again, if I've been programmed in some way, I find it something holds it there.
What holds it? Just
That's
the program.
No, I think it's more.
Go into it, sir. What
That's
is,
what I'm-
just a minute. I have been programmed as a Dutchman. We'll take a Catholic because it's much more precise. I've been programmed for 2,000 years to be a Roman Catholic, to worship the symbol, the cross, to follow the rituals, to be baptized, to obey the Pope, and that's my conditioning. That is, the brain cells have been conditioned to that.
Yes.
Right? And my son or my grandson and grandson, I insist they be conditioned that way. Because I feel safe in a society which say we're all Catholic. Right? That program is memory. And when I say I'm Catholic, all the 2,000 years of memories is there. Right?
Right.
So I'm clinging, holding on to something that's gone, that has no validity. Jesus may not have existed, but we have invented the original sin, and you can't escape from it. Only somebody else can save you. I've been programmed to that.
But you're doing it.
I'm doing it because I'm an automatic machine where this is concerned. But in the business world, I am not an automatic machine. You
Well, what
see,
is
there
it?
I'm active, I'm changing, I'm moving.
Yeah, you're giving up. You're not
Giving up.
operating on
No.
memory. But here you're operating with memory.
Here I'm operating on tradition, on a program. On a program which has conditioned the brain cells. Right?
But
That's mechanical.
you're doing
See,
it though.
I'm mechanical. The computer is mechanical, it's doing. It's producing, it tells you what to do.
Is there anything that's making you do it?
No, the programming itself is making me do it.
Simply automatic. I don't know about that. It's
So,
something that
just
feels
wait,
to you about
just
it.
wait, sir. Just look at it carefully. I'm programmed as a Roman Catholic. And you are programmed as a Buddhist, let's assume.
Okay.
Neither of us are, I'm not programmed to be Catholic, neither of you are Buddhist. But let's assume I'm programmed as a Roman Catholic, or I'm a Muslim, Islamic cult, and you are Christian, if you prefer. Now, I have been programmed for the last 1400 years to be a Muslim, to read the Quran, to follow it, go on my knees facing the West. I've been programmed. The program is working. And the working of the program gives me the security of I am doing it, etc. And you are doing the same thing in a different way. Going to church every Sunday, genuflecting, obeying the Catholic hierarchy. Exactly the same thing in a different pattern.
Right.
So it is the program that is operating, nothing else.
And if the program is operating, how could anyone not be in that program?
She comes along, he comes along,
Yeah.
say, what, look what you're doing.
Do you think they can hear?
Unless, say, sorry, I won't listen to you. You're a heathen, you're a evil person, and shut you up, then of course you can't hear. But there is always, in an intelligent, inquiring mind, there's always a little spark of doubt.
Right, right.
And I see, that person tells me, look what you're doing. You are merely living on a dead memory, which is programmed. Your life is mechanical. Your thinking is mechanical. Because you are fundamentally living according to a program. Even in the business world, it is the same. Right?
But you know, it's hard for a person to see their own programs. I mean, for instance, take a person. Let's take a more perhaps more practical thing. Take the businessman. The businessman is programmed to think in terms of making money. He's programmed in terms, or take a doctor. He's programmed at such levels as to think of himself as separate from his patient, or he programmed to think in terms of knowledge. You pass over knowledge, but that whole thing of knowledge itself, in the good places where it works well, gets into other places.
That's
into the
right,
you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. But if we both agree or see the fact that our whole psyche is being programmed. I'm talking psyche for the moment.
Right.
Which is, I am a Catholic, I am a Jew, I am a Arab, I am a Hindu, I am so on, so on, so on. Communist, which are all ideologies.
Right.
Right? Ideologies.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the ideologies have been put together by thought.
Right.
Clever thought, crooked thought, irrational thought, and so on. It's still thought, right? Now, that thought has been programmed.
Sure. And so deeply.
Obviously.
I mean, the me
after
itself.
2,000 years and 5,000 years, you can't help being deeply programmed.
But so deeply in the sense of this me where we started. If we go back and start over.
The program is me.
Exactly. Now, the program is me, and the very program, the very act of being me is program.
Yes, sir.
Now, but that's a phenomenal thing.
I am acting like a computer according to what I am programmed.
Well, that's phenomenally different.
See the importance of this. How deeply rooted it is.
Yes.
The inheritance, the tradition, the heritage, the genetic, all that is born from the animal and so on, gradually to man, and all that is great experience, knowledge, and so on, which is the past. And I'm living, the brain is living in the past.
Yes.
And the past is a program.
The very act of living in the past is a
Yes,
program.
sir. Yes, sir.
The act of living in the past is a program, the brain is a program, the me is a
and
program.
therefore, what does a human being do
Exactly.
when he realizes this? That means there is no freedom.
None.
You may talk about freedom of will and all, that's nonsense. It's like a machine, but more clever, more subtle, more inventive, and so on, the brain. But it is conditioned, it is programmed, and as long as one lives in that area, there's no freedom. It's like a clever